Hello and welcome. My name's Minty G and this is my first ever video. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to play Dark Souls 2. Hopefully we'll keep it light. It's not going to be very lore heavy and all that jazz. But let's see how it goes. So much loading. Right, no new information. Right, start a new character. I don't really know what build we're going to go for, so we'll see what's on offer.
Perhaps you've seen it. Maybe in a dream. A murky, forgotten land.
This is on the Xbox One, so graphics aren't too bad. Don't really understand fully the first cutscene.
A place where souls may mend your ailing mind.
So I don't believe this is actually in the area that the main game is set.
You will lose everything. Once branded. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light.
Candle face.
None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Lake.
So
Perhaps
that
you're familiar.
is
No, how could you be?
Lake, apparently.
But
Back in the
one
glory
day,
days.
you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
Now this is the part I don't really understand. So this is the decrepit gate to Lake. So I don't know whether Dark Souls 2 has some time issues, or our character goes back in time, or if it's just separate universes. But it never really explains this part. But the old woman that we see at the beginning is, what are they called? I can't even remember the name. People that look after the fires, the bonfires, and apparently she's the last one that's in the outer lands and stuff. So she draws you to Lake to her sisters.
Like a
Firekeeper,
moth
that's the
drawn
word.
to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time.
I don't know whether you noticed in the reflection of the water, once the bugs ignite and it zooms out, you can see that there's a castle in the reflection of the water.
Your fate.
That's not all decrepit anymore.
The fate of the cursed.
So we haven't made a character yet, but you always start off as this character, which is always male. Because, you had your missus and your baby, at the beginning cutscene, but then you can select to be female, which is a bit confusing. So we fall into the whirlpool and end up here. I believe many others have done this before. Made the trip to Drang Lake. Ooh. Yeah, so as you can see, if we take off all our gear, we're a man. So, and eventually you can be like, yeah, I want to be a woman. So, yeah, so you're drawn to the light. There's actually no, no equipment, no anything around this area at the start. And we will see our first enemies, who are non-aggressive. There's little dog things, unless if you attack them. I don't know whether if you stay too long in their area they start to attack you. I've never really waited around that long. This is our first item. Rusted coin. That just gives you a boost of, item drops and item pickups. Right, so we can go to the main hut. We can go down this little side road, but we don't have a weapon yet, so we don't really want to go down there yet. But there is another item just over here. This guy didn't make it very far. Come to this little hut. For our second cutscene.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse.
It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up
Creepy
here.
old women.
All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
See, they're talking about their other sister.
You're finished.
Oh.
You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
Oh, thanks.
What is your name?
Here we go. We shall be Minty. Minty, are you sure?
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Now this is where we get to decide our class. Right, so class and gift. What do we want to be? I have never actually been a bandit. So I might be one of those. What's a high dexterity, skilled with a bow, flex range. A sweet coat though. Sorcerer, Explorer, or Deprived? Sword and Shield is always the easiest option. Or also, aka Easy Mode, Sorcerer. We'll go for something different. Cleric. I think we'll go for Bandit. Bandit seems like something different. Right. Gift. We want... What do we want? Let's go for Petrified something. You can just hand that in to the little birds and get a trade off of it. We'll just stay normal. As character, we'll do that. Not really bothered about how he looks. Right, done. Finalize creation. This is your true self.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Yep. I do like the Souls series. I have never played Demon Souls, but I've played Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, now Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Edition. This is what we're playing today, and ooh, showing some skin. And
This is a little
I haven't
country
played
miles
Bloodborne. Well, I
in this
played it for
long
about like 20 minutes the other day, because I don't own a PlayStation. Ooh. But which is a bit of a shame because I would have loved to play it. But they've just announced like Dark Souls 3 is coming out in April, I believe. So can't wait for that. Now you can murder all these old women if you want, but that's not really the wisest choice. You should go and activate this bonfire first. Now there is a special ring that's in the game. Well, it's 2 rings. There's one for not lighting any bonfires, and then there's another one for not resting at any bonfires, I believe. And they give you, I think it's left and right weapons can be invisible, something like that. Where do these lead to? Now, I absolutely hate these. These are my worst enemy in the game. I can't stand them. So let's see how this goes. You want to really watch out for that, because that move will kill us instantly. He'll pick us up and eat us. See, I like to hide in this little cave bit here. I've heard life gems aren't in the next one. So you can't actually fit through this little cave behind us. So it's a good place to hide. So sneak out, sneak in. you have to watch out because he can grab you through the hole. That's the one you want to bait. And where he falls over. He does a lot of damage. Do we have a bow? We do have a bow. I knew this. I would have shot him a couple of times. There you go. Easy as that. Now you do get an achievement for dying the first time. And a lot of people will get it there. Right, the stone ring adds additional reduction to enemy poise. So when you hit an enemy, they'll be staggered more easily. So when you whack them, they stumble. So this ring helps kind of early in the game. But yeah, I don't know whether this is going to be a weekly thing or I'm just going to do it when I do it. I'll probably be uploading it onto YouTube. So this is the tutorial area. And we're still being drawn towards the light. But this is totally optional. You can just cut all the way to that little hole there that's just above our helmet. Who wants to do that? These little tombstones, they tell you tips about, how to attack, what to do. So we just killed an enemy that's a lot bigger than these guys. They shouldn't be that tough to handle. Loving a little furry coat. Yeah, this is the first time I've played as a bandit. So we can see another hippo over there. Backstab. Yeah, that's how you backstab. You have to get directly behind the enemy and hit the R1 button if you've got a right-handed weapon, and it will do a critical attack. This dagger that we've just picked up, it's weaker, but its critical damage over here, so its counter strength, is a lot higher than the axe. So it's a lot better with backstabs. It will do a higher damage rating. But yeah, the axe will do at the moment. And we're two-handed in the axe, so we'll do more damage. But it takes up more stamina. You can like one-handed, but we want the damage. But as I've said, this is my first ever video, so we'll see how this goes. Right, you can jump down there and get that item, but first off you'll want to come over here, kick that, and then this is the crows, where we can trade in the item that we picked up at the beginning for sharing. So you just leave that here, get out your options, get out of there. They like smooth and silky things, and it's a random pickup for what you get. And we got the white ring.
Yes,
I believe the white ring just makes us look like a co-op partner. Yeah. So we just look white. So it's good for PvP or tricking people into believing that you're there to help them. So you invade someone's world and then just turn around and attack them. But a lot of people are caught wind of that. So if they just see you standing there and they haven't summoned you, they're like, no. You probably end up getting attacked. Right, a lot of people die here because the jumping mechanic isn't that great in this game. So you have to run and then jump, so B and then B. For an amber herb, but we don't have any spells, so that's useless. Amber herbs, they're a consumable item, and they just give you your spells back. So once you use them, you can just eat that and then get them back. Right, I think this is plunging attacks, I think. Yeah, while falling, click LB or RB. How to guard break. How to do the slap. So that was a plunging attack. You saw it did. You saw it did quite a lot of damage compared to just like a normal attack. Well, it did like 20 more. But sometimes is it worth the risk because you may lose more health than damage you're doing. So it's very situational. Now you can light all of these fires if you had a torch, which we don't, and you get invaded in this area, which never used to actually be in the first Dark Souls 2. I think a lot of people complained and moaned. So this is what's inside this area. Basilisks. Now these will curse you, and if you do get cursed, your health will be at half. Is it cursed or petrified? I think it's petrified. And yeah, your health, you end up looking like this guy, and your health will go down to half. Now we don't have an item to turn him back to normal, because he's a stone at the moment. But you get quite a few of them throughout the game, so we'll have to come back. Onward we go, through the hole. Now, you couldn't write messages before when you're in the tutorial area, but when you come out, literally, like, you know, they just appear out of everywhere. It's just people leaving messages behind. If you click, I think, as it start, there you go, you can write your own message on the floor, so other people can read it. Sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's just people saying, try jumping off a cliff. So like, you probably see one here saying, try jumping, and you can see that's not a good idea. Look at that view. This game's definitely a lot prettier on the Xbox One. Is that the jump down? No. This is jump down. See, this one is helpful. See, someone saying try down. I never used to really know that this area was here, but I always come here now. This is where you can get a couple of useful items. Get a chime and the Morning Star. The Morning Star is very good early game. Can we use it? No, we need more strength. But yeah, because it's a strike and hammer weapon, it will do more damage to enemies who are in armor. So I think what we have at the moment is a slash, yeah. So a slash weapon isn't very good against armor. So we've built up some weapons already, really. Chimes are used to do miracles, and the binoculars are just little things you can look about. They are also handy if you need to aim a spell, like Soul Arrow or something like that. do have a torch, but it's only got 5 minutes. You can find out your torch time just next to your clothes here, your armour. It's just to the right. Right, so there's a lonely woman standing by a tree. Who are you?
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
And that is where you
Go
get your
on
first
and see
Estus
the
flask.
king. He who made Dranglake what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
Good old King Vendrick. Right, now where do we go from here? Now this is, I believe her name's Shanalot, and she is a big rock. Beautiful. Shame she's not very clear. I think I have to be further away from her. But yes, this is the person who you speak to level up.
Misery, for misery will lead you to. You will never seek those. Their souls will
Seek,
say,
seek,
once
seek.
you have found, so that hope will not.
Seek, seek,
Bearer
bearer,
of the
seek.
curse, seek soul, seek the lest this land.
There you go. So if you talk to her enough, you can eventually get these options. So level up. Oh, so we do have enough souls. I didn't think we would. So let's put one into strength, because we want to be able to use that Morning Star as soon as possible, but then also strength will make us stronger. One of the first things you'll want to do is talk to this guy up here. In all the Dark Souls games and Demon Souls, I don't know about Bloodborne, they have a crestfallen
You're undead, aren't you?
someone who literally has just given up.
You have this is magic. It is a kind of settlement, and in Dranglake, you
And
is
he will eventually tell you
even I am told
that life is hard and
does
it's not
not
really
seem
worth
to
going
be a
on,
we,
and that you
and
should
that's-
join his covenant.
there are
Well, it's not his covenant, but a covenant that he's part of.
Do you ever the journey you're facing? If you when
So
you face
this will
protection.
be the first, there you go, Way of Blue. This would be an achievement. So join, but you don't have to join to get the achievement. You can just find the covenant and you can get the achievement. There you go, you get the blue seal.
That is a wise people let this.
If you talk to him enough, you can learn a gesture. Welcome.
May you find peace.
And that should be pretty much all from him at the moment. And this ring gives us a little bit more health. Increases health, well, HP slightly. So there you go, that's always helpful when you start a new game. And also when you have the ring equipped, if anyone invades you, you will get a blue sentinel to your side. Someone who will help you out.
Who are you? Oh, I packed another so.
This is our blacksmith,
I'm
but
the
he
blacksmith. Bring
is
me
locked
the
out.
I'm
Wants
the-
us to get a key. Chop chop. So we have to find the key to his gate. Have we? No. That'll be a bit more helpful, wouldn't it? So this is Medulla. This is your hub. This is the world that you're coming back to a lot. Ugh. There's a lot of little secret things in here. There's another covenant up here. It's the Ore Stone, this thing's called. So if you talk to this, well, you can enter this covenant, the Victor's Stone, and you offer it all stones, that's the way. And this will be another achievement. This actually makes the game harder. So you don't want to do that if you're new to the game, but if you want to, you know, have another playthrough or make things more interesting, if you're getting a bit stale at the game, you can always do that as an option. Ah, hello there.
Welcome to my shop. I'm
nervous.
Morley, and well, I sell armor. Oh, sorry, I could really...
Right. Stuff's a bit pricey, mate. So this is where you can get some more items, armor, blah blah blah, but we can't afford nothing.
Came from the west. Have you been there? But I did. It's been years since then.
But the more you buy from him, the more cocky he gets, and he stops forgetting about his homeland. And he's just like, I'm rich, I'm rich. So that's your first Titanite that you'll get. I think it's Titanite Shard. Yeah, and that is used to reinforce your weapons. But obviously our blacksmith is locked out, so we can't do anything at the moment. Come over here. And where's the NPC? Ah, it's a cat. A talking cat.
And one without just not exact. Well,
she will sell you
so,
some good items, mainly rings, that can help you out, but they're very pricey. And she is the one that lets you abandon covenants, and you can see your rank in the covenants and whatnot. So she can be helpful later games if you get bored of the covenant you're in, or you know, just want to switch things up. Now we are going to go to the Forest of Fallen Giants. Go down here. And it wants you to carry on that way, but we'll turn around. So this is my first little episode. I think it's been running about 25 minutes, I must say. Don't really know, I've taken the screen down on the side. And I may end it very soon, when we get to maybe the next bonfire. And we'll do another episode some other time. I got still to work. Now, this area can be very slippery, because your worst enemy in all of the Souls games is gravity. Gravity will kill you. Take it nice and slow. Right. So there is another hippo, which I absolutely hate. I'd say they definitely are my worst enemy in the game. Right there, got exact. And we got someone who's interested in us. Fine. And I'm going to get out of here and not be noticed as soon as possible. Now these are just little hollow infantries. Not too bad. There is quite a few of them in this area. Oh, front. If you come across here, there is a bonfire. Right, so I'm going to leave it here, and we will pick up another time. This has been me, Minty, playing Dark Souls 2, Score of the First Sin Edition, and I will see you on the next episode.